All right, I want to talk about my very first acid trip and the fact that I basically overdosed and took 4 gel tabs, which was probably equivalent to about 2 to 5 hits each in one go because I took the first one and it felt like nothing happened. Then I took the second, felt like nothing was happening, so then I just ate the other two as well. I literally either hallucinated or felt like that I died and stepped into the spiritual plane or another world, reality. I don't care what you call it. I was not on Earth. It was similar to Earth, but it was not Earth. Everything was a dark bluish color. And when I stepped out of the building or the house that I was in, that I was tripping in, I stopped and there was a gate and a fence from obviously the physical realm of Earth that I know. And everything around me looked exactly the same, just with that bluish tint. Then all of a sudden, I felt like I couldn't breathe, like I was being suffocated. It was the weirdest feeling ever. But in my mind, I was telling myself, "You're breathing, dude. You're breathing, dude. You're breathing, dude. It's okay, dude. You're breathing." And then there was no sound. Like I could scream, or at least what I thought was screaming, as loud as possible. I was yelling, "Help! Hey!" Trying to get anybody's attention. There was no sound. Well, then when I looked at that gate and that fence line, there was something there. And as soon as I noticed it, it noticed me, like dead up straight. We stared at each other in the fucking eyeballs, if it had eyeballs. Not even sure what I was looking at the time. And it just darted at me, like literally so quick, like a blink of your eye. And it was at my face. Literally within what I felt like was maybe 3 seconds of this encounter with this spiritual being, demon, devil, whatever the fuck it was that I seen. We stared each other down for like a split second, and then it like went through me, and then I had this sudden fucking chest pain. I honestly am almost 100% sure that I think I was having a heart attack, but I was already so deep in a trance that I was talking to myself in my head and could hear my own voice telling me, "Hey, breathe. You're not having a heart attack. It's fine." I turn around, I walk back, and I act like, "Whoa, I didn't see that shit," obviously, and suppressed it. I go back in, and then now I'm trying to wake up my wife and my kid. Shaking them, moving them, yelling, touching, everything I could do possible to get them awake. Nothing. They did not stir. They was like stone, like a rock, perfectly still in time. They wasn't breathing. There was no motion. There was no sound. Just this blue fucking tint over my eyeballs. And the fact that some fucking creature just come blasting through my body. Or maybe in my body. I don't know. And then I'm like, at this point, I'm done. I'm done tripping. I don't want to do acid no more. I'm done. I start trying to sober myself up every way possible. I eat something. Nah. Take a cold shower. Nah. Still stuck in this blue tinted world that is a duplicate of Earth. And then eventually I do find something, some kind of activity that I remember, because I finally come out of that trance and I was just like, "Whoa, I'm ready to go to sleep now." "No, you ain't going to sleep." I tried to lay down instantly. I could not sleep. That thought in the back of my head and that whole experience really kept my mind going to the point to where I could not sleep. I didn't want to lay down, and my anxiety was through the roof. So say what you want, and take this at face value. It's just words. It could be a story. It could be fiction. It could have never happened. It could have been a drug hallucination. It is a drug hallucination. Who fucking knows? I just wanted to put this out there and share my experience of what happened when I took 4 hits of LSD that was probably equivalent to like a whole sheet, maybe 2 sheets of paper blotter. Okay, and I'm pretty sure I died. And basically was talking my way into not dying and coming out of it, because I was in belief that I was going to die, and I was also in the belief that I'm really, really high, I'm not dying. And that is my story of how I took 4 gel hits of acid, my first very trip, and had the worst experience ever, but I still continued using acid just at a smaller rate and less of a dose.